Hello and welcome to the Start Running Strong 3-day challenge. I'm so excited that you have decided to join us to either get back into running or completely start your running journey off with us today. So today is all about getting to know each other. I want you guys to understand where we all are from a running perspective. So I want to know what your running experience is, whether you are at a hero zero or whether you used to run half marathons and you've been out of the game for a little while. I would also like to know what you want to get out of these next 3 days. Today we are going to work on banishing some of those fears that you might have around running. I want you to tell me what has held you back from either starting your running journey, getting back into it, or consistently running. Let me know. I also want you to go and have a read of everyone else's posts in the group. I will personally go through every single one of your posts and give you feedback and coaching around how to overcome that fear. So I'll go into my introduction and where I was, where you potentially are now, give you an idea of what you could potentially post. But remember, it's down to you as an individual, and please share as much detail as you feel comfortable with. So my name is Jen, if you didn't know who I am. I am the founder of this group, but I am also a personal trainer. I have run an ultra marathon, which is anything over the marathon distance, but I did 100 kilometers. That is my biggest running achievement to date, and I'm hoping to get back into those ultra marathon running. But that's where I am right now, I would say, yes, I am a runner now, kind of. I'm not a very fast runner, so my pace is pretty slow, and that's something I'm going to talk about in a second, because pace isn't the be-all and end-all. So where did my running journey start? So my running journey actually started, I would say, in high school, and I used to hate running. I used to play quite a lot of sport, and I was always nippy, running up and down the hockey pitch or playing rounders or whatever sport it was. I was pretty quick. I was a pretty quick sprinter. I was one of the fastest sprinters in the school. However, anything over 200 meters was a no-no. I was terrible at any kind of cross-country running. I hated it. It was not something that I enjoyed at all. I wanted to join the army at one point, and at that age I was like, right, I need to make sure I can run my 1.5 miles within whatever time frame it was. So I started running, and I started running. I probably did one run every 3 months, and it was terrible, and I hated it, and I was out of breath after the first 10 seconds. And that was kind of my journey from the teenage years well into my mid-20s. So well over 10 years of just struggling, trying to run, saying I hate it, I don't want to do this anymore, blah, blah, blah. And I wasn't consistent with it. I would say that I would probably run once every 3 to 6 months. It wasn't a thing that I was doing, and it wasn't a thing that I enjoyed doing. And then I decided I was going to join in with my company's charity 10K race. So I was like, yeah, let's try and do that. I joined in with another couple of friends that I had who were also pretty beginner runners. And I tried to train for it. And I did get a bit better at that 10-kilometer kind of pace. I was still pretty slow, but that wasn't what I was aiming for. I was aiming to complete this charity run, and I did that. But then from then on, I was like, okay, this running isn't too bad. I completed a race, I can do that. And then I just slowly started to get into a little bit more consistent running. But I was always kicking myself that I wasn't getting any faster. I didn't understand why I wasn't getting that 5 kilometers below the 30-minute mark. That was always the goal, 30 minutes. I got there, maybe I got to 28, 29 minutes. I just couldn't get there. And I was always like, this is crap, I'm rubbish at running. But I always wanted to continue with my running journey because I kept entering things like mud obstacle courses like Total Warrior Tough Mudder. But then I had a mindset shift where I realised that I didn't need to be a fast runner. And I could just go and complete the distance, and that it was all good. And that's when I started to fall in love with trail running, because trail running is somewhere that you can actually run, because there's no chance I can run up those hills. The majority of trail runners don't run up hills. And that's when I was like, oh, you know what? I just like being outdoors, and I could cover more distance when I was running. I could see more, and I just started actually enjoying being outdoors and running a little bit more. Then I booked my ultra marathon. So I booked my ultra marathon last year. and I trained really, really hard for that, and I really, really enjoyed that process. So as you can see, my running journey hasn't been linear. I haven't always been a runner. I'm still not a fast runner, but that's not what's important. If you want to get into running, let me help you do that in the next 3 days. And yeah, I look forward to hearing what your stories are right now. And that pace element is a limiting belief that I had in myself. And as a thank you for taking part and taking this step in the direction to get into your running journey, I want to gift you guys a free limiting belief hypnotherapy session. So if you are already signed up to the email list for this Start Running Strong challenge, you will automatically be sent that free gift. If you haven't and you want access to that, don't worry, I can get that sent over to you. Just drop the word hypnotherapy below and I will get that free hypnotherapy recording over to you. Rewire your brain and get yourself into the right mindset.